I wanted to check out this Destiny 2 developer gameplay preview for the final shape that's coming out June 4th. Probably going to be my reemergence into Destiny 2. Haven't played in about close to a year now, at least. So yeah, we're going to see what this is about. Maybe it entices me to get back in a bit sooner to prepare for this latest expansion. And I'm guessing we'll see gameplay, or the developers talking about the gameplay. But anyway, see what they got. I still haven't finished the last campaign either, so I probably need to jump in and do that at some point. God, the bit rate. Oh yeah, I forgot they added that green.
We are going into the
That
pale
green
heart of the
stuff.
Traveler, and the Traveler has chosen you, the Guardian, to be its champion. It's empowering us with gifts that we've never really had before.
One of the concept artists early on created this very evocative image of
I love this guy's
a
look.
guardian with light armor and dark armor.
We're like, we really need this in the final shape. This is the ultimate form of being a Guardian, to wield light and darkness at the same time. We built Prismatic exactly to be that.
Prismatic is the new subclass in the final shape where you can combine certain class abilities from different damage types together.
Oh, we're getting a
light
whole
and
new
dark mastery.
subclass.
No one's done that before. Like the Witness is manipulating the energies like this, but the Witness is not a master of light and dark. You are. The Guardian is. Players are.
In Prismatic, underneath your super bar, there's a light meter and a dark meter. As you deal damage with either light damage or dark damage, it fills the respective sides of the meter. Once both sides are full, you get this new level of power that we're calling Transcendence.
Another
I love
meter.
Transcendence because you do these cool motions.
For Warlocks, we have this cool, like, mystic pose. Hunters are gonna do this cool, like...
The Titan one where you just go.
I like
While
the
you're
knife one.
Transcendent, you get a new, unique grenade
that's
that
sick.
combines both light and dark together. The Hunters get this fire and ice combo. Titans, Strand, and Arc. For the Warlock, Stasis and Void together. You have a weapon damage bonus that stacks on top of other weapon damage bonuses. Your grenade and melee are both instantly refunded when you cast Transcendence, so you can loop them together, one after the other.
That's really exciting.
That is so good.
He was enjoying himself.
We're kind of thinking about Prismatic as this advanced subclass where you have more build crafting options, more potential combinations, more fragments than you normally get, more fragment slots to socket them than you normally get.
That is a lot of combinations.
2,300. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I'm just the art director. I think that Prismatic feels
love that
like
man.
you are doing combinations you shouldn't be able to do.
It feels a little game breaking, I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit?
You're gonna be like, oh no. What have I
Destiny
done?
adding something to the game that's game breaking? Crazy. I hate the ogres, man.
It's not just about the mastery of light and dark. It's not just about using multipliers at the same time. It's about figuring out how they work in concert in really interesting ways.
We're transcending kind of the bounds of light and darkness. There's all these subclasses. that really resonate with people. And now you can finally combine those and make your own Guardian feel very uniquely you.
This like really opens up the doors for unexpected, like really wild stuff.
I love being a hunter and having gunpowder gamble and blowing them up. And then we're like, oh, wait, what if you could slow enemies? You could throw out, you know, your shurikens, and then you blow them up as well. And it's like, okay, I didn't think I could ever do those two things at the same time. And you're telling me I can do as much as I want?
You can throw Withering Blade melee and like bounce it between a bunch of people and get like 3 kills from one melee, and now your gunpowder gamble's like fully charged, right?
I wonder if I
And
was
so,
a
like,
developer
certain
on a
interactions,
game,
I think get a lot easier
if I
just
would
because we
actually
could've
play
made the
it.
aspects a little bit more permissive, a little bit looser.
Like, seems like all these people are like, they go home
I
after
think when we playtest,
developing
I'm
the game all
probably
day
gonna
and
be running
they're playing Destiny.
probably Warlock with the Lightning Surge build, where you have Arcane Needle for 3 melee charges, and then you combine that with Lightning Surge. You can throw Bleak Watcher on top of that for just like a little extra crowd control, or you can throw Devour. And so you're, you know, jumping in, lightning surging, that's killing a bunch of stuff. You're activating Devour. That gives you infinite sustain effectively to stay in the fight.
As a Titan, you can just quickly start using your arc abilities to jolt all the enemies around you, and then kind of finish them off with like the cool
Nice.
blades of Strand. And it's so satisfying to see how fast you move. It's a very like fun, destructive build that you can just like destroy everything around you, and it's super fun.
I
There
think
was
I
this
played with
moment
Arc
for me
most of the
where I was
time.
like, wait a minute, I could send out Threadlings and have a Bleak Watcher. It just creates these moments of escalation within the combat, and I think that's really exciting for me.
If you combine Bleak Watcher and Feed the Void, you consume your grenade to throw your Bleak Watcher out there, and so it's, you know, locking stuff down with stasis, doing crowd control. You can clean that stuff up pretty easily with, you know, an Arcane Needle melee, which has 3 charges. Those ability kills will activate Devour, which gives you more grenade energy every time Devour activates, that lets you loop your Bleak Watcher. And so you can have like multiple Bleak Watchers out on the field, freezing stuff everywhere. You're just like launching your cool Strand melees out, and everything's dying, and it's great. Embracing the challenge of like, how do we make stuff that wasn't initially intended to like work together in the same build? Like, how do we twist them and warp them and push and pull this and that to make them work together?
I'm excited about, you know, seeing all the players like talk about their favorite combinations. I'm just looking forward to all the videos that people make of their own custom builds with their own exotics that they're pairing it up with to create like these amazing builds. It feels infinite to me, and I'm really excited about that.
There are going to be a bunch of meta builds. Those are the videos you'll probably be seeing. This week's meta. I need to either watch some YouTube videos or read the Destiny freaking encyclopedia or something, so I can get the full story before we get to the final shape, since they said that's going to conclude the Light Dark Saga, or whatever the saga's called.
In the final shape, we're going to be making these new exotic class items. These new exotic class items allow you to steal perks from other exotics and combine 2 perks together into one single exotic.
The perks that come on them are
What?
actually random rolled. One thing that is going to be fun is to chase these perks and then find different combinations that work really well.
That's pretty nuts. Combining exotics.
These new class items are all about prismatic and making that feel good. So it's going to be all about enhancing your builds and your combination of light and darkness and achieving transcendence and what transcendence does. They also look so good.
With these class items, we wanted them to stand out as special. They have these 2 perk columns that take aspects from other exotics.
Exotic class items are going to let you do things.
That dude kind of
other
looks like
classes
some kind of
consider
Mario
their own,
character
never
combined
yours.
with
I managed to get
that
for
villain
my
from
slow 'em
Sonic.
down, blow 'em up hunter build, a Roland exotic cloak that
who
made
Jim
so
Carrey
melee
plays.
kills caused enemies to ignite, and also I could get an extra dodge charge, so I could do an extra slow charge on enemies at the same time. We want it to feel a little broken.
Ah, yes.
It definitely felt like I had
What
two
I want
exotics
a
on my
game
cloak,
dev
which is kind of the
to
intention.
tell me.
We want that to feel like you're bending the rules a bit.
It just opens up the space for mix and matching in a way that I think is gonna just be fun to see what combinations people find and like and what becomes the meta.
Say what you will about Bungie. These
Amazing.
guys seem like they enjoy
have
making it.
Visual effects that activate when you are transcendent. It just really ties into this overall theme. But on top of that, the gameplay with basically stealing exotic traits from other exotics, and even from classes that aren't you, adds this element of spice to them. And the fact that it's random rolls, you're going to want to keep looking for the right one for your builds.
Omen of the Witness. Oh yeah, when's the Witness coming in? That's the floating white guy, right? Made of smoke.
The Dread are this new Witness faction. When you see these new characters,
Oh, God.
not only do they look
They fly.
unique and new, but you see like a through line that we've been building through the years that connects it all together.
And you've seen a member of the Dread before. You might remember seeing the Tormentor make a big appearance last year. Well, that was just the first one.
You have like this slate of new enemies with like the Tormentor and the Subjugators and the Weaver and the Attendant and the Grim and the Husk. This is like the embodiment of the Witness in these new enemies. The Grim is probably one of my favorite new enemies that we have in Destiny.
I think it's a poster child of the Dread in some ways. It's this bat with a gun.
The gun bat, yes, exactly.
It does a scream and it swoops all around the battlefield. It's a profile we've never seen in Destiny.
You
That's a
are
screen I'm used to
facing
seeing.
now the first flying
Guardian
character
down.
with actual wings. They can screech, and if that hits you, it suppresses your abilities. It also slows you down.
It was something that immediately appealed to the team and made us think, we have to do this. We have to make this character. The Husk is this melee bruiser who has these incredibly dangerous looking blades, and they're going to do these cool acrobatic attacks.
They hurt. They have 2 of these very sharp melee weapons, and they just come charging.
Why was
with
that
those
man
things,
using
and
a
we just
bow
slice
so
and dice.
close?
They are really dangerous, especially in groups.
Last Guardian.
If you manage to kill the Husk, you have to be careful, because if you kill it the wrong way, what's inside of the Husk, the Geist, is going to pop out and it's going to seek you out.
A guy
Ew.
has killed me more than I care to
I
admit.
remember something like that.
Now
Was
I'm,
it
like,
last
Looking
season?
everywhere, every time I go into
Or
a fight,
last
I'm like,
expansion?
is there a Husk somewhere? Is there a Husk somewhere? Because I'm targeting that first.
I remember you killing something and like something would jump out, and if you didn't kill it in a
The Weaver
like
and
an
the
amount of time,
Attendant are our
the
strand
bigger
and
guy
stasis
would, like,
scions
respawn.
that have been reshaped by the Witness.
We wanted to show like the influence of darkness powers on these characters.
They have a stasis ability that can shoot at you that will freeze you. They have a strand ability that will pull you across the battlefield.
Stasis.
The fact that you can get suspended and frozen in place just adds a big new dynamic to the fight.
The Weaver does something we've never done before. It'll shoot out this complete powerful strand wave.
If that thing hits you, it's almost like a rubber band.
You
It
dead.
Pulls back.
Nope.
And like snaps and that pulls you towards that character. As one character doing that to you, yeah, you can handle it. As soon as there's multiple characters trying to pull you in different directions towards you, you have to approach it in a different way.
We're really excited about everything that we've been doing for the final shape.
It just feels like there's a really cool through line through all of this.
It's the culmination of the Guardian's journey over the last 10 years. We wanted to deliver something that's really like fun and exciting and engaging for players.
It is amazing to see this initial inspiration carried all the way through to become a reality in the final shape.
Boom, boom. Is Vala gonna be vital?
Keep moving! Go!
The witness brought darkness into the traveler to turn their threat into
Oh yeah,
our
Cade's coming back, right?
annihilation.
Something's changed in the Guardian. New power. I can feel it.
Reminds me of Wraith's knife from Apex.
Take this power, Guardian. Be brave in dark places, for we are the light of hope.
June 4th. Just a little under 2 months. Into the light. Launch trailer. What is
As
going
the
on right
final
now?
shape approaches, and the forces of the witness surge at the borders of the city. Lord Shax has been authorized by the Vanguard to place an arsenal of banned weapons from his personal collection back into circulation.
Powerful gear for a powerful Guardian.
12 reprised fan favorite weapons.
Careful with that.
Weapons we once deemed heretical, we now see as desperate measures.
I know you'll use this well.
Blast furnace.
Fight well.
Pushing back buys us only time, but the alternative is unthinkable.
I can't wait to see what you do with that.
Falling guillotine.
Nice. It's time, Guardian. Crush them.
Whisper of the Worm.
Let them come.
I remember that.
Show me what you've got.
Oh, I've got that one too.
So if the enemies of humanity
I used that
want war,
AR for a long time.
let's give them war.
4-9 to 6-3. Oh, so that gets... This goes right up until the final shape. Cool. I enjoyed that. That was a nice little peek. I'll probably be jumping in, honestly. I mean, we got Battlefield eventually going away, so I guess this could take its place for now as another multiplayer option for me to play. And who knows? I may jump in a bit early and try to maybe check out this Into the Light thing they got going on here. Get me back warmed up into the Destiny flow of things before the new expansion comes back.